It's been a while, actually. I think it's been like, what, 5-6 days? Almost a week since last time I played this. Because Valkyria Chronicles took so much time. But we're back at it again. We did all of this stuff that we had to do. So now we have to, the steward has requested my presence card newer.
My lord, you've received a letter, delivered with some urgency as it happens. I thought the messenger might swoon, poor dear. It's from Stalwart. Apparently the mayor, Renengild, has heard of your success here at Cadnua and hopes you can be of aid to her people as well.
That's a long way for a letter.
People like you come few and far between. And in this case, I believe Renengild is correct in suggesting that your experiences here may give you an edge. It seems she's intent on gaining access to Durgan's battery. And she's offering quite the reward to anyone who can get inside.
Bye-bye, Matt. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it.
A reward, she says, for getting into the battery. That's a reward of its own, surely.
How would I do that?
I couldn't say, my lord. I do know that Renengild expects that anyone entering the battery will likely encounter spirits, much like those you were faced with here at the stronghold.
Let us hope there are no mad watchers, at least.
There are many legends concerning the battery. As the Earl told it, the dwarves fought amongst themselves, each seeking to use the battery to further his or her own ambitions. Greed and cruelty brought down the battery, and now the spirits of those same dwarves roam the halls. Whatever happened, the battery has been impenetrable ever since. A shame. I don't doubt that there are great treasures still within those halls.
Perhaps I will pay Stalwart a visit. Bye-bye, Donut. Have a good night and sleep well. Bye-bye. Hey up, Bismuth. Hoi hoi. We're gonna chill with some pillars now. We did some Disgaea today. We did some 13 Sentinels. And I haven't done pillars in like a week. So I kind of need to play it again. Otherwise, I feel like I don't want to go back to it anymore, which it happens quite often that like if I take a break from a game, I'm not coming back. So I need to still play it. I need to keep playing it. Otherwise, like I will just drop it. I'm sure the wonders of the battery are a marvel to behold, but if the passes through White March were to open again, it would be boon to merchants of the republics and the Deerwood, of course.
I should mention that among those rumored to have answered Renengild's summons is a certain group I believe you may have an interest in. Followers of Woodaka intent on reaching Stalwart and the battery. I do not know what they seek there, but I thought it worth mentioning, given your interest in the ruins at Defiance Bay. Now that I've delivered Renengild's message, there is also a local matter of some concern, my lord. A mercenary band has been sighted to the northeast. I believe they mean to take Consul Hot's tower, and I don't expect the Archmage will go quietly.
Consul Hot's one of the greatest wizards of our generation!
The Torn Bannermen are a deadly fighting force, and Consul Hot himself has sent many travelers to their graves. I would caution you to stay clear of the region if you do travel to the White March. It is not that I doubt your courage, my lord, but Consul Hot alone boasts power of a different scale altogether to those foes you have faced thus far. Given more time, perhaps, you will match him. If the Bannermen succeed in their efforts, I fear they may turn their attention to Cadnua. I will keep you apprised of the situation, my lord.
Hey, who is Consulhart?
A famed archmage. I am given to understand that the Brackenberry Sanitarium puts much stock in his work as regards the manipulation of the soul. His spells are widely circulated. But he is poorly regarded in many circles. Some call him a madman, or else cruel and barbarous. He must be very old by now. Perhaps that is why the Torn Bannermen believe they can best him.
Do you know anything else about the mercenaries?
Little enough, I'm afraid. The Torn Bannermen are well supplied and well organized, and there are rumors that they are backed by an unknown benefactor. They have proved remarkably effective in the past, and they are certainly a threat now.
Farewell.
Safe travels, my lord.
Alright, so we're gonna do the DLC now. Because apparently it's good to do it now.
The keep's coming along nicely.
I better know them later.
Safe travels.
Okay, we can go this way now. There's the White March. So I guess we can travel this way to the White March or go straight to it. Let's travel like the normal way to my White March, I guess. A barreled name error has followed your advice and has taken a direct route to Thanebuk. Okay.
Stop there. Where do you think you're going?
One of the guards takes a step forward. She looks you up and down with a sneer.
This area is under the control of the Torn Bannermen. Anyone else wanders in, they're not leaving again.
What's going on here?
For starters, I've got orders to put a sword through your gut if you don't turn around and run back home.
Let me pass. I'm the Lord of Cadnua.
Cadnua is a fine keep. You ought to get on back, Lordling, and wait until we pay you a visit.
Oh, we'll see about that then.
We've got trouble over here.
Oh, fuck you guys.
How may I help?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm here.
How may I help?
It's really not looking too well.
Leave it to me.
You just get quieter.
Come on, Pelagie.
Bro, how is he surviving so much? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. God damn. What? Okay, the problem is like this dude that just like teleports into my backline.
Stop there. This area is under the control. We've got.
Aye? How may I help?
Dude, this is insane. Wow, okay.
I'll see what I can find.
I've got it. I'll get it open.
I have a feeling like I'm not even sure if they're supposed to be here. The fuck is this? Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, chill. It's okay. Dude, what the fuck? Maybe I just like should go straight up to White March. What the fuck is going on here? Let me go to Gilded Vale first. Let me buy some fire, some campfires. I hope they still have some. I don't know if they respawn, like reset.
Good day, stranger.
Oh yeah, they do reset. I love them. That's so many pages of equipment, man. I actually wonder. Your party is considered high level for the content in the White March. If you would like, the critical path can be increased in difficulty to give you more of a challenge. The rewards you receive will be the same regardless of the option you choose. Your choice cannot be changed. Nah, keep it standard. Keep it standard. I'll probably... I'll fuck myself over if I select...
Set out for Stalwart. The White March rises up in the distance.
Make everything higher level.
To the north and south as far as the eye can see. It beckons to you with peaks like broken fingers. The road thins to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path. You've barely begun your climb when the darkening sky pummels you with hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice. You press on. The air grows thin, and the treacherous mountain passes funnel screeching winds past your ears. A blizzard forces you to make camp for 3 days, huddling for safety while snow piles around your refuge. At last the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under a crisp blue sky. There's a noise, high and sharp, coming from the village that sounds at first like another frozen gale. But when you top the rise and reach the village's wooden gates, you see what lies beyond them.
It's Darzir, with a whole pack of them!
We can take these bastards!
I had a realize you have Icewind Dale already.
You're not getting through me. Leave it to me.
What's going on here? Okay.
Look out! More of them by the fishery!
The fishery? That was a big wolf. Holy shit.
You're not getting through me. Let's go.
Dead on.
You're not getting through me. Leave it to me.
Dead on.
Oh, a wolf can tank though. Blunderbuss is like hitting so good. The only downside is really like the reload, but if it hits... Bro.
You're not getting through me.
not getting through me.
Yeah.
Francis!
How may I help? Ulu, ten.
Francis!
I fear we've lost the angry one. Lava is beyond seek. Punch on the wit feather yet.
Leave it to me!
Darzir's fallen. Back to the matron now.
You got like 2 of mine. Maybe 3, I think. You're the one Renan Guild sent for. She'll want to speak with you. Her house is just up the way next to the Graf's Rest. The messenger pans, waving smoke away from his face.
Katie's house is burning! Hurry! They're both in there! Help! The hut's coming down!
The roof of this hut is almost entirely enveloped in flames. Lighting the snow in stark orange hues, several beams have been reduced to amber-dotted husks. Through the hut's threshold you can see only billowing smoke. Fire roars as it climbs the timbers. The air feels thick and hot, and the building is a maze of flame. Withstanding the smoke and navigating the fire will be challenge. Ada.
They're gone. Both of them.
Oh fuck, I should have sent fucking I should have think coming down, taking a friend with it. The man wipes his brow and stares up a collapsing house. Too bad about Golda and KD. They, his eyes widen as a section of the roof collapses. He looks away, shaking his head. You look like you could use a drink. Take this over to Haferix and have one on me. He flips you a couple flat carved bones.
Berith's wheel of fire.
Ooh, still can't feel my fingers.
Hey there, good timing. You can watch me Chown's birth one. Used to play a game like this and was so good fun. Looks like a good way to lose a finger. Once, Anred, you won once. What are you playing? All in hand. Andred grins sheepishly. That's what they call it anyhow. Smooth. You pick a target, see? Nose or ears. Nose is worth more, but you've got 2 ears to work with. You get less points the further out from the target you get, so for the mouth and eyes, no points if you miss. Fancy a game? 3 throws each, and whoever gets the most points by the end of it wins the wager. I'll put on 50 pence. Sure. Andred pulls a throwing knife from his belt, throwing it over his hands. Wager 50 pence, you in? Yep. Good man, I'll go first, just to show you how it's done. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. The knife hits the nose, scoring 10. Andred walks up to retrieve a knife. Your turn. Let's go for ears. Oh shit. Again 10. Nose. I had the nose as well. Okay, you hit like 3 times the nose. Ah, it's really just RNG, okay.
Owena!
Go check on that Orlin. Make sure he don't...
Never seen such a bloodbath. Feels like we got half the town's survivors in here, just drinking to forget it. The dwarf surveys the crowd, his expression sober despite the half-empty flagon by his hand. He shakes his hands and looks to you, remembering himself.
You must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handled them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word and I'll give that shifty little Orlin the boot. Top quality bear pelts on every...
Give me this room.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do? Nothing.
What you got? Nothing. Anything down here? Let's see. Gambler. The hero of the hour, he loves. Hefrik sent you down to check on us. We aren't causing trouble, on my word. A place for a game, is it? Hefrik doesn't like me making a ruckus upstairs, so I get to sell it to myself, provided I don't go digging in the stones. That's a fair bargain, right, lads? We have our fun. Who are you? 10 Leak. He raises his mug. Humble fisherman. Though with the ogres coming down all the time, well, I'd sooner fish for truth down the bottle for the time being. What are you playing? Dozens. Care to test your luck? Each of us puts on 50 pans, 3 wins, and you take 100. Could explain the rules if you like. Sure. Coins on the table. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 5 talkers. 2, 2, 3 witnesses. Value 3. 1, 2, 4. Crumbles and picks his dice again. My towers beats your witnesses. Looks like I win. Reaches forward to gather up his dice. Ready? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I won. I don't know what I did, but I won.
Careful. Worth a look. Very particular about his wines.
Sure.
But there wasn't even much in there. What the fuck? I can basically sleep again. Did he trap that shit so full?
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Top quality.
Thank God money is kind of irrelevant in this game.
Yes?
Nice and slow.
Excuse me, was there something you need?
No offense, but I already paid Hafric for this room.
The music is nice. I like it.
Been looking everywhere for you.
Before I talk to you, let me storm this house. They have destroyed the stockade. Mother, it's...
Enough. They're gone.
She holds up a hand, which is missing the final joint of the ring finger, but it's her voice, sharp and steely, that silences the young man. As he glowers at his toes, she turns to you with dark circles under her eyes and a smile pulled taut across her thin lips.
The deliverer of Cadnua. Thank you for making the journey. Abidan knows it's a long one. Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention.
She shoots the young man a brief but stern glare. He pulls a knife from his belt and an apple from his pocket and sets to work. There's a job that needs doing. That's what I'm here for.
Then far be it from me to waste your time with idle chatter.
She folds the map in her hand with a quick and merciless pinch.
Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good. But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empires.
Her eyes shine for an instant. She looks like a much younger woman. Oh, the mighty have fallen. Hey, guy. How goes it? Oh, pretty good, pretty good. We played some more Disgaea today, played some more 13 Sentinels, and now I'm gonna get back into Pillars of Eternity after 1 week of not playing. I hope you're doing well, guy. What does that have to do with me?
The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart, but we need the White Forge.
She raises the map and taps a spot in the middle of a white and grey expanse. Never heard of it.
Of course. Been over 200 years since anyone's felt so much as a summery breeze near it. I'm hoping you can do something about that.
I worked with my hands, but smithing was never my specialty.
I'm not asking you to work the White Forge. I want you to find it. We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door.
Tell me about the other expeditions.
A dozen different groups have come through at our request, and several more besides. Been hoping that one of them could clear the way through Durgan's battery. But young or old, green or seasoned, it don't seem to matter. They cast their spells, chisel at the door, and search the grounds until they've worn new treads into the old stone. The lucky ones eventually go home. Plenty more find themselves on the wrong side of a blizzard, or an ogre raiding party.
What is an interest in the White Forge?
We're an old mining town. Or we were until the Adirans pulled out and left us with a half-dug mine shaft and something resembling an inn.
I'm doing alright. I got my health card for my job so I can see a doc again, so that's nice. That's good. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you got your health card. It's interesting that you need like a health card in America that you get like from a job. It's interesting how different the system works.
Since then, it's been a steady decline. You've seen the roads. Isn't much we can produce that the Valians can't ship cheaper.
It is what we do.
But the White Forge, well, if we could fire it up again and start producing Durgan steel or something close to it, wouldn't matter if we're in the White March or the Living Lands, business would come.
The young man says nothing, but he tosses a sliver of the apple peel into the fireplace. And that's why you need my help.
That's the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers. But Durgan steel could put Stalwart on the map again. Open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge.
But why is it so special?
Because you can shave stone with it, cleave cast iron in two, and the stuff's as rare as it is remarkable.
Private insurance is a scam, but we are too dumb to get rid of it. That sucks. An enthusiasm Arenengild shifts on the balls of her feet. She props one bent arm on the other, pointing distractedly towards the eaves of the house. Steel is steel. It may be light and it may take an edge well, but about Complensa, the legends grow with each passing year.
If we could make something even half as good, we'd have a market at our doorstep and work enough for all of Stalwart.
But I'm just glad you got your health card again. That is good. That is good, guy. How is it no one gotten into Durgan's battery yet?
Where should I start? Ogres, blizzards, or sheer damned inaccessibility? It ain't for lack of trying, I'll tell you that much. Got untold riches in Durgan steel lying just inside, and never mind the White Forge itself. The Adherans who first settled Stalwart tried to crack it. So did the Valians, and every other cocky adventurer with more metal than sense. But the place has a funny way of sealing itself up. Front door stays shut, the tower entrances are clogged with rubble, and it's been impossible to blast a way in.
What happened to Durgan's battery?
It don't bear dwelling on. There's too many superstitions about that place as it is.
Killed each other off, or so the old books say.
Plenty of tales to go around, but none of them opened the battery. And the last thing people need is another reason to fear the place. Whatever it was, the other Pargrin dwarven settlements in the White March, Bone Picker, the Hawk, and the rest, emptied out not long after, moved to gentler, greener lands.
Had the right idea, if you ask me.
Tell about the Pargrin dwarves.
Pargrin's a word in their language. Means traveler. They've been wanderers for generations, but I couldn't tell you much more.
Alright then, any idea where I should begin?
The battery's up the mountain to the north. A good hike away.
Near Galvino's place, huh?
Well, Ulrich says it in the breezy note, but Ren and Guildford's suddenly silent consternation hardening the lines on her face. He smiles and draws his knife across the apple
so
again.
So it is. Though I was going to suggest dealing with that ogre camp before anything.
Who is Galvino?
Mestre Galvino, as the old crosspatch prefers it, lives by himself and keeps the wilder and beasts at bay through sheer foulness of his temper.
She means to say he's a skilled smith and animancer, who's lived in the shadow of Durgan's battery for over a decade.
And by Animancy's flimsy standard, that makes him an expert, does it?
And he butters his bread on both sides and fits his left shoe before his right. But that's neither here nor there.
Seems odd that he lives out in the wilderness by himself.
Not doing much worse than any of us.
Huh. He wore out his welcome in Stalwart. He's better off with ogres and Lagufoth as his neighbors now.
What happened to him?
Old lunatic finally went too far. And we sent word to the Valiant academies. I don't like speaking on it, but if you want to get his guff, just remind him that we gave him the boot.
I see.
Ain't nobody here fond of the man, but he's a clever hand and a quick study. It's a fool who thinks he stayed so close to the battery without figuring something about it.
You said as much to the last party, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Maybe they didn't run afoul of Baragon's ogres after all.
Ulrich shrugs and turns back to the fire.
Just watch your step. Galvino's place is a ways east of the battery, and folk who pass it bring unsettling tales.
What about the ogre camp?
Belongs to Flames That Whisper, Matron Baragon's clan. Hunters tell me they've been active of late.
Hunting elk and otherwise minding their own damn business.
Minding their own business. Never mind the latest expedition's disappearance, or the broken stockade.
I'm saying we shouldn't agitate him further.
What does this matron have to do with anything?
The brawl outside was just the latest patch of trouble. The ogre clans are getting bolder, and we'll all sleep easier knowing they aren't circling our walls. Also, Baragons like to have whatever the last expedition found. Rumor has it they disappeared near her turf.
Killing a matron will only make our problems worse. The way to approach Baragon is with your hands held high.
If anyone could parley with an ogre, I suppose it'd be you. But
Got
they
it.
aren't known for their patience with prattle. Good. Before you leave town, stop by the Grave's Rest. Most visitors to Stalwart spend some time there, so Hafric and his patrons may be able to give you the lay of the land.
Don't know about you, but I'm parched all of a sudden. Actually, I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
Oh no, actually. Can you tell me anything about Lassicus? No, okay. What is the other guy here? Hello, heard I might find you here. Pleasure to meet you. I am the captain of the militia around here. Nice to meet you. I wanted to catch you before you went running off into the wilds. See, there's a few dangerous folk you might be on the lookout for. Plus, if you're heading out to Longwatch Falls, I thought you might could pick up a thermal pearl for me. Okay. That's a thing, I already found it. I just need someone else to go and get it. Saw it in the hot springs up near Longwatch Fall. Would have grabbed it myself, but that's when I looked around and saw the Lagufeth. Must have been 50 of them. I would have fought, but I started to wonder what the rest of Stalwart would do without me, so I ran for the sake of the village, of course. What's a thermal pearl? They form in the hot springs, something to do with all the minerals in the water. So it's kind of funny, but they're full of minerals. Just have to crumble them into a pint. They cure scurvy? Like I said, the pearls is one of the thermal pools near Longwatch Falls. Shouldn't be okay, you're ignoring that. Tell me about Longwatch Falls. It's east of Stalwart. I got some nice views of the valley, but most folk avoid it these days. Plenty of wilder nearby, and it only takes a few inches of snow to block the pass. If you're heading out that way, I suggest taking Thursk. He might have something to help you deal with the Lagofeth. Alright.
Eat him up. Leave the pig alone.
The man assaults visibly.
Say, you're the one we have to thank for fighting off the ogres, right? Never thought I'd see one of the god-touched.
Let me know when you do.
I would have helped fight them monsters off, you know, if I didn't think I'd just get in the way. And with you there to handle things, everything turned out well enough, didn't it? Don't see why Havrick's still sour at me.
What do you know about his Havrick?
Oh, Havrick's the innkeeper over at the Grave's Rest. I may have been hiding in the inn when the fighting started. The raid didn't improve his disposition any. Did you know he has a whole case of Fenlin liquor in there? I keep offering to buy it off him, but he says he's saving it up for when the battery's open again. As if we're gonna last that long. Anyhow, he said he'd thrash me up and down the mountain if I didn't leave him be.
Yes, it seems reasonable to want to save it for a special occasion.
It's delusional is what it is. Point of fact, what with you dealing with ogres and everything, maybe you'd, you know, be willing to help me out.
Oh, bravo. A saddle indeed.
Havrick keeps all the good stock in the inn cellar. Out of sight, you see. I mean, it's bound to be under lock and key, but I'm sure he wouldn't miss a single bottle. Not with everything that's going on.
What do I get out of this?
I'll pay you for it. I swear it. We'll split my wages. And the bottle, too, if you like. I just want to be able to say these lips have tasted the best the Ishamael Plains have to offer.
I'll see what I can do.
You will? Great! I'll be here. But, just to say, there's no need to hurt Havrick over this, right? Not that you would. Just saying. Please tell me you found it.
All right then.
Oh, I might have to kill the ones down in the cellar, huh? Oh no, they just don't give a fuck. Okay, they just do not give a fuck. Thank God.
Please tell me you found it. I've got a craving like you wouldn't believe.
The lock and key is an understatement.
Wait, really? You did it! Oh, thank you! This is going to be great! Oh, and here's the money I promised. To the Lord of Cadnua. Oh, that's, gods, that's a bit strange. Here, have...
Is it poisoned?
What? No, it just tastes awful. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Did you see that? See, I think my tongue is going numb. Wait, I can't feel my face. What's happening?
Are you okay? Rayfall paws at his cheeks and then his nose with increasing desperation. A flailing finger catches him in the eye and he yelps and covers his face clumsily with both hands.
I think I bit my... But I can't feel a thing. This has to be Havrick's doing. He must have put something in the bottle. Please, you have to help me.
If that's a trick, Havrick's bound to have an antidote.
Sweet gods, I hope so. Please, I'll give you the money I saved up. I'll give you more. Please, just help me. You have to help me. Ugh, I can't stay.
What a... what a quest.
Of course.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Rayfall ran afoul of a certain bottle of liquor.
So that little bastard finally got up the nerve to snatch it, did he? Well, serves him right. Maybe he'll think twice about stealing a man's vintage now that he's dribbling all over himself.
I'm sure he's learned his lesson.
Yeah, I bet he's ballin'. Look, I dabble in chemicals, but it's never something I can't fix. He's only a few ingredients from a cure. You want to help him out, all you need is a river reed in the heart of an ice troll. You ought to find both by water. That creek out west, for instance.
A heart of a what?
You heard me. Ice troll. Really, Rayfall's getting off easy. Those traps cost me a fortune.
Is it down by the river? Shit, I didn't see, oh fuck. Who's that thing? It's a fellow. Who's that?
Huh, that's what I get for asking directions in the middle of nowhere.
I'll find it without your help, not giving up. You hear me? Oh. This is gonna... charlatans.
Say, I don't suppose you've seen any mysterious old buildings in the mountains lately, have you?
You mean Durgan's Battery?
No, but I've heard that name a lot around here. I'm looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. It's an obscure temple dedicated to Andra.
Why are you looking for the Abbey?
I'm a gift bearer. My job is to gather tokens of things people want forgotten and surrender them to the Lady of Lament.
You missed it. I didn't finish it. I noticed it would take so long because A was taking me 1.5 hours already, and going through Goto and Hijiyama and the last battles would have taken me probably more than 2 hours. Yeah.
Best place to do that is the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
What kinds of tokens do you take?
Anything that represents a moment or a memory someone wishes to leave behind. Well, love notes, awkward family heirlooms, bad poetry, the kinds of things you want to forget.
I see.
I might be here a while. Half the villagers have never heard of the Abbey, and the ones that have, no one knows where it is.
Yep, Gia. Only those two are missing, and then they'll find the battles.
So I'm trying to think of this as an extended holiday in a remote mining village that smells like fish.
Well, we could Travel together?
You won't regret it. I've got a lovely singing voice.
And the company's welcome.
What is she? She's a barbarian.
You walk your path, I'll walk mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take her for now.
Of course.
You gonna fly again? Jesus Christ. A dwarf paces with his head down and arms crossed, only stopping to hurl glances at the building behind him. His face is smeared dark with grime. And soot falls from his beard as he mumbles to himself. Oh, it's short one, okay. Work on my hands into bloody stumps and this place, and for what? He kicks at a mound of dirty snow. Start with nothing, leave with less. Who are you yelling at? At idiots, that's who. And I'm as much to blame for believing them. The dwarf wrinkles his nose, nostrils flaring like a horse. Well, good riddance. Should have never settled here in the first place. Some things you mean to leave behind. To come out, you pack them anyway. But I'm not leaving until I recover what's mine. They can't deny me again, not after this. Those sweet-tongued priests took my heirlooms, bury the memory of my past, they said. And now I don't even have that. The memory of your past? A long time ago that was. Different life. I'll spare you the sob story. Talking about it's done me no favors. No time, no distance. Nor them charlatans in there. Those priests, Andra's dogs, said the goddess would forgive. That some things are best left to be forgotten. Their leader, Laughter. I believed her words. Another one of them, a gift bearer, took my medallion. And now they won't tell me where it is. Maybe there's something I can do? Not the kind of talk that I've grown used to these last few years, I admit. The priests may pretend otherwise, but folks here tend to look only after themselves. I'd be surprised if they return it willingly. They believe it's a sacred duty to cast the offerings to the goddess in some place where they'll be forgotten. Better to find where they dropped them, I think. What's Laughter's role in all of this? She leads that group of crows. They took over the temple as folks started to leave. Came to unburden those that sought to forget their misery here, they say. Tell me about the medallion. It belonged to my sister. It was just a pretty trinket to her. To me. She was the last of my family. At least that still acted like family to me. Oh. It's less than 2 hours? That's a short flight for you? Goddamn. It's just for me like long flight already. What else did you give the priest? The dwarf casts a measuring look at you. He quickly turns his beard away and nods. You would understand its value. My armor, a set finer than I've ever seen, but worthless to an old dwarf. I would have traded it for the medallion, but fool that I was. I gave them both. Alright, I'll get that. Open up, bitches.
Ready, Watcher. I'm ready. Lead the way.
Veins course under this woman's pale skin like icy fissures, yet when she speaks, her voice flows warm and soothing. Andra welcomes you in her embrace. Her features soften with compassion. We are here to ease the pain of your past, ready to take your burdens. If you let the goddess help with your hardships, of course. I want to ask about Okrun's heirloom. The dwarves already asked. We gave him the counsel he needed. Slight irritation sharpens her tone. She seems to catch herself, modulating her voice back to the pleasant timbre. And naturally, we will do what we can for you too. He wants his heirloom back. She brings her hand together and nods. Ah, Okrun. How often we let the shadows of the past become a burden, even to others. That medallion, it weighs on Okrun's mind. You're kind to help, but what he really needs is to cast away those memories. Isn't that for him to decide? He did. He understood the solace that the goddess can give to those like him. It was explained to him that many have second thoughts, but one does not withdraw something offered to a goddess. In time, the memories fade and they come to see the wisdom of the original pledge. His belongings, his past, now rest in Ondra's realm to be forgotten so that the wounds of the soul may heal. And this is the will of the goddess. Let's suppose Okrun has moved on. Tell me where the heirloom is. He hasn't, and that's the point. Laughter crosses her arms. Besides, you have no authority here. I wonder what the village leader would say about that. You think we don't act in accordance with the local customs? The village knows we are here to help the unfortunate like Okrun. They trust us. Well, they will... the will of mortals or God never stopped me before. Laughter's expression breaks and she takes a step back. Her cohorts reach for the weapons. She immediately raises her hands. No, we have nothing to fear. The ripples in her voice quickly calm. There's no need to quarrel over the mysteries of a goddess' will. I'll tell you what you wish to know. Okrun's heirloom was taken by Ixtli, chosen gift-bearer among us, to be cast away as an offering to Ondra. Only he knows where. You could ask him yourself, but he's on a trek through the mountains of Durgan's Battery. If you run into Ixtli, tell him he has urgent duties to attend here. It's hard to believe that only a gift-bearer knows where Ondra's offering are cast away. Is it? Our goddess frees us from the earthly burdens. It's best if only one of us knows where they are taken, lest we all end up suffering under the weight. Okay. As you step outside, the heavy wooden door of the temple slams shut behind you. You hear someone barring it from the other side. It sounds like the priests have engaged in an agitated conversation. You get the sense that they are discussing you, but you're also certain that the door is too thick to eavesdrop through, although there may be other places nearby where you would stand a better chance. The wooden shutters of the temple window, closed tight, muffle a set of voices coming from within the building. You can't quite make sense of the murmur, but cracking a shutter open would likely help. A rusty iron latch holds the window shutters closed. With care, you could be able to unfasten it without being noticed. Unfasten the latch. You carefully begin to lift the latch from its metal hook. Halfway there, the rusted iron resists with a screech. You freeze, listening to the voices in the hope the priest didn't hear. The conversation continues uninterrupted. Pour some oil on the latch. You grab the latch and apply just the right amount of oil, nudging the metal until its rust gives way without a sound. Carefully, you pull the window shutters open, enough to let the voices flow through. You hear a man speaking, his tone agitated. You do that? I hope the mountains will do it. What if Ix? His sentence cuts, as if the man were speaking to all sides of the room. Suppose he tells them instead, what then? You recognize Laughter's voice responding. Why would he? And with all those dangers near the battery, our gift-bearer won't delay. I expect... The man interrupts her. You always expect. Look where that's taken us. A dying village. Ogres at the walls. Ixtli's not back yet, and now I have to do his His voice drops and see this muffling what he has to say. A flare moment, Laughter replies, "Do you think I wanted this? That I could have known in advance?" A pause ensures its tension growing until the priestess voices cuts it in half. "We can't wait for him. We must fish out the last batch, quickly. After that, we will decide." The man responds in a broken voice, barely audible. You only distinguish the last words. "In that rusted wood pond, I'll go." The exchange seems to end. Cautiously, you step away from the window of Andra's temple. Oh, it's working, yes. I can't believe it. It's working. Oh, the dwarven woman looks at you, a disappointed expression on her face. In her hands is a large rectangular box covered in strange dials and symbols. What's working?
My ore locating divination tool. Well, that's what it will be. I have to calibrate it. Right now it seems to think you're a copper deposit. My Animancer contacts did suggest that a particular strong soul essence might interfere. I'm more interested in minerals in any case.
Maybe I do have a strong soul.
I suppose that's possible. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, unfortunately.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to recreate the instruments that first led the Pargrin dwarves to this mountain. This is my latest prototype. Centuries ago, dwarves carrying tools just like this one followed their readings to what is now the battery. If I can recreate their work, then I may be able to find ore deposits elsewhere. I was hoping to test it, but my arrival was delayed by word of the ogre attack. I haven't been able to find anyone to venture up the mountain since.
Well, I could go up the mountain.
Really? That'd be wonderful. I just have to adjust the device, you see. It should point you toward metal deposits. We already know the battery rests on some rich veins, but I was hoping to get a reading of the surrounding mountainside. If you can follow the readings to ore and bring back a sample, I can use it to refine the device. Thanks ever so much for this.
Fresh fish! Freshly caught!
Shut up!
That smells.
Back to work,
never
everyone.
washing
No
off.
time for dallying. A fine thing you reached us when you did. They would have burned the fishery next, mark my words. And the last thing this lot needs is another excuse to knock off early.
I can't imagine why they would be in a hurry. Maybe for a soak in the hot springs, or walk along that lake. Nice place.
Anyway, excuse a mess. If there's something you need, the clerk can get you sorted. Just watch your step if you've a mind to look around. The floors are slick and none too pleasant to fall on.
I've got a question about the
Been
fishery.
running it 4 decades now. I reckon I can tell you what you want to know.
Seems like a big operation.
It may stink of fish guts, but there's no place more critical to stalwart survival. Herds come and go, so there's seasons when our catch sustains the village. But try telling these folk as much. We go home each day covered to the elbows in fish oil and entrails, reeking of our work.
Charming.
Stalwart's shrinking, but it would disappear if we lost the fishers. I drive them hard, but I can't afford to do otherwise.
What do you do here?
Just about everything. I track the day's catches and see that our nets and hooks are in working order. My family's been in charge of the fishery since the early days of Stalwart. I know the best spots to find frost dive or an iron-toothed pike, and I make sure we don't overfish the speckleback.
Oh, that's all I wanted to
Need
know.
anything else?
Nope. I wasn't expecting anyone to come by the fishery for a while. I guess it's a proper way to go about it. Really, carry on like it's business as usual. Can I get you anything? Can summon 2 worms. Nah. Don't need anything.
All right then.
Hey, Pig!
Fresh
Hey,
fish!
Pig! Woo,
Freshly
Pig.
caught!
Look at him with his little tail.
Feels like it's hardly worth putting the huts back up.
Better than standing out here shivering.
Who do we have here?
I'll get it open. Finished.
They gone? Have those nasty brutes finally left?
I heard the ogres outside, tearing down walls and murdering folk. Don't remember how things got this bad. The elderly woman needs her hands. Her knuckles are swollen knobs, and her palms are rigid with calluses that scrape and rasp as she rubs them together.
But you're the new adventurer. Renengild's latest volunteer. A real spitfire, she told me. Bet you'd whip those layabouts at the mine into shape.
I'd like to ask you about something.
Did you say something, dear?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I was the overseer at the mine, back when it was running. Got shut down decades ago when we couldn't sell or ship the stuff. But I still remember plenty about the mining business. And I got as many folk as I can digging out the entrance. Been praying to the salty wench that I don't forget too much before they finish the job. Got to speak up?
Eyes open.
How many buildings do we have left here? 1, 2, 3.
Anyone ever tell you that you have the best accent?
Well, no. I mean, some have. Men. Foolish praise in any case. It's just an ordinary Valian accent.
Come on, say it one more time. Please?
Shodari. Dondari. Becente kumane nishomenet.
God, I was all of the buildings. Let's go this way first. Because this is what the ice shoals should be, I think. This wolf lies in the snow, panting with exhaustion and pain. An arrow has pierced its foreleg, jutting gruesomely from an animal flank. The wolf growls softly as you approach, tail between its legs. Examine the wound. Perception 12. The wolf appears to have crossed a hunter's path. A silver arrow juts from the wolf's right foreleg, embedded a shorter distance into the limb. Even so, you suspect that trying to remove the arrow without knowledge and care could provoke further injury. Bye-bye, Sparrow. Have a good night and sleep well. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Try to remove the arrow. The wolf goes still at first, but the moment you lay hands on its injured leg, it begins to thrash in panic, yelping in pain. It snaps at your hand and then lunges towards you. No, okay. What the fuck? Okay. Jesus Christ. That wolf fucking exploded.
Settle! That's not very helpful. That's not very helpful. Lava will be on seek. Lava will be on seek. Lava will be on seek. Ulu stand.
You're not getting through me.
It's immune? Immune to disease, hobble, poison, prone, sickness. Okay. What do you have for weapons, by the way? Didn't even check. I use a battle axe. Do I have a weapon for you? Don't think I do have. But you can wear a helmet. Maybe I'll get another axe for her. You awaken and hear someone stirring, growling. Looking over, you see Manea twitching and muttering in her sleep. Wake up, Manea. Deck her. Your punch lands squarely on her jaw. Her gaze darts around but slowly focuses on you. She grimaces and looks away, wiping her face.
Oh, sorry. I must have been dreaming.
She lies back down and turns away from you. You can't help but notice how carefully she's avoiding your gaze. About
No,
what?
it's nothing. Sorry, I shouldn't have bothered you.
Just tell me what's going on.
Good night. I'm sorry about last night. There's something I should tell you.
Yeah, well, what is it then? Tell me.
Well, I don't normally talk about this, but you mentioned your awakening. I guess I've had a similar problem. There's something I remember from a former life. Happened hundreds of years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday.
How did you remember it?
Happened while I was fighting in Old Valia 20 years ago. My unit was camped out in the palace we'd just taken. The others were roasting the last of the Marcheso's pigs in the feast hall. So, I went to the wine cellars to fetch a few bottles. I don't know how long she'd been hiding there, but there was this old woman. Must have been one of the servants. She had this wild look in her eyes. I approached her and tried to tell her not to be afraid, that she was safe. She screamed and grabbed my arm. It felt like someone had hit me in the back of my head. I blacked out for a few minutes, and when I came to, she was gone.
Go on.
I took a few bottles up with me, feasted with the rest of the troops. But when I went to bunk, I had a dream. Only it was more vivid than any dream I've ever had. I tasted the sweat on my lips, felt the jungle air on my skin, heard the cries.
What about the old woman?
I asked the other troops. None of them had seen her. Anyway, I laid off the drink for several days, but I kept having the dream. After a few weeks, I thought a change of scenery might do me good. Since then, I've been a pirate in the Deadfire, a pilgrim in the White that Wins. an adventurer in the living lands, and a gift bearer in a shamanal.
What's next then?
I told you I was looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon so I could leave something behind. There's a pool there, the Salt Well. It's where gift bearers leave the heaviest burdens. It's said that a person can enter it and leave their own memories behind.
And you would leave this haunting memory in the Salt Well?
That's the plan.
What if you lose more than you intend?
At this point, I'd gladly give up all my memories if that's what it takes for peace in this life and the next.
Let's get moving then.
How may I help? That's not very helpful.
You can do better, Alof! Let's try that again.
By a tuft of fur caught in the shrub, you recognize the scent of a wolf.
Leave it to me! You're not getting... You're not getting through me.
That should be the heart?
Of course. Of course.
Nice.
I'm on the trail.
The simple shrine is covered in a thick layer of snow, fallen leaves and feathers. A pair of curving bones flanks the altar. Examine the shrine more closely. The shrine does not appear to be frequented very often, although traces of old candle wax line the edges of stone. Under dusting of frost, you note a rectangular section of the altar surface that seems to be cleaner than the rest, as if something once rested here. Touch the altar. You feel a tingle run up your arm, and as you set your finger to the altar, in the instants after, the wind seems to die down, the sound of the wilderness growing muted to your hearing. Then you hear a sudden low growl, quickly joined by more. A vision strikes you like a sudden memory, though it is unbound by time or place. Within a sea of darkness you see a great beast, formless, save for its gleaming fangs. It growls and snaps with increasingly desperation and savagery, and for a moment you feel its rage as your own, a possessive fury that tears at you. Something has been taken, your territory threatened, and the price for it will be blood. The vision fades just as swiftly as it came. The altar stands silent and still, and the air fills again with the occasional trill of the birdsong. Some boots. A group of elves stand in a scattered ring around an ogre, but they do not appear to be engaged in battle. The ogre is bound with ropes, and one of the elves tugs harshly on the line tied around the ogre's neck. This is pointless, beast. You won't get anywhere being stubborn. The ogre only snorts angrily and pulls back on the rope. Two other elves prod him somewhat timidly with their poleaxes. The ogre does not budge. Hey, Vamrel. The elves turn to look at you, hands falling to the weapons. Vamrel gives a final sharp yank on the rope before he turns to you. A rather sad specimen for an ogre. It came cheap. We need the muscle. Gods, no, they are good for little else. The ogre gives a great bellow and suddenly lunges backwards, tearing the rope free of his captor's hands. With a triumphant roar, the ogre pulls apart the binding on his arm. Vamrel glares at you. Look what you've done. Stop that ogre, but don't damage my property and bring me that fool's head. Saber.
Careful, Ichumak. It's slippery.
Ah, there he is. As you look towards the frozen pond, a figure appears through the mist and kneeling down next to a hole in the ice. The figure picks up a large chest and throws it into the water without hesitation. The figure looks around. You glimpse a face you've seen before. Keksettle, one of Lafter's acolytes, pulls a hood over his head and throws a leather bag over his shoulders. Without looking back, he walks away in the direction of Stalwart Village. Cloudy water is visible through a large hole cut through the thick ice. It is larger than a fishing hole, wider than a broad-set aumaua. Stir the surface of the water laps against the layered ice. You reach out to test the water. It nips at your fingers with every ripple, quickly numbing your hand after a few seconds. Inspect the area. You carefully inspect your surroundings. Animal tracks are plentiful, but what appears to be the footprints of kith are also present near the hole. Looking closer into the hole, you notice a jagged ring of frost adhering to its walls. It has been rebroken, perhaps more than once. Look through the water to the bottom of the pond. The water swirls silty and nearly opaque. You attempt to see through the murk, but can make out nothing in particular. Dive in. Who will dive? Maneha? It dives into the water and disappears into the turbulent darkness. The cold steals all warmth and every movement is a struggle. Yet graced with exceptional resilience and endurance, Maneha manages to swim with ease to the bottom of the pond. Directly below the hole at the very bottom, Manea hands find heavy objects made of wood and metal. They are chests, small but heavy. Manea starts to bring them up to the surface one by one, struggling to carry their weight through the water. After a heroic effort, Manea comes out of the frozen pond. You let a few minutes pass to recover from the ordeal, and then you're ready to inspect your findings. The chests are marked with symbols of Ondra. You grab one of them and pry its lid open to reveal its contents. Inside, all you see are rocks. You shake the surprise off and grab another chest. The same result greets you after opening it. More rocks and nothing of value. Something is assuredly amiss. As proof of your findings, you take one of the empty chests with you.
All right then.
Oh.
How may I help?
That's it.
Has just tasted breakfast.
Okay, that was a really a problem. Holy shit. I am so glad I didn't let them scale the level with my level. Holy shit. Even now this is kind of difficult. While they say I'm over leveled for this DLC, still quite difficult. The fuck is that a bear?
Leave it to me. Let's go.
I'm not tired.
We got dexterity, that's good for her. Flames that whisper caverns.
getting through me. Parathis!
Jesus Christ, man. Dude, his gun hits. Gently with the fingers, they're the best part. I don't want. A slow smile creeps across the face of her face as you approach. The other man and woman turn to look at you, her mouth filthy with blood and gobbets of flesh. Well, hello there, handsome. What brings you to this part of the russet wood? Well, killing and looting, mostly. Oh, how nice. She's staring at you intently now, and doesn't appear to have heard your answer. Forgive me for staring, but I've never met one of Barev's chosen before. You have nothing to fear from us. In fact, we are at your service. Is this something you wish of us? Do you have anything to train? We have quite a few things that might interest you, but our stock is limited. We aren't merchants after all.
Of course.
Why do you venerate Barath? Because of this, she pulls aside her cloak and reveals a gaping, bloodless wound over her heart. All of us bear similar wounds. We should be dead, but we still walk. What can it be but a gift from Barath? You have nothing to fear from us, in fact we are at your service. Attacked him anyway. Right.
I'm ready.
Yes?
That's it!
On your side! On your side!
I shall.
On your side!
How may I?
You're not getting through me. Leave it to me. Parathis!
I'm getting that free stuff.
Of course.
The cracked wooden staff is nearly buried beneath the frost and snow. To your senses, the gathered essence shines like a beacon. You reach out with your watcher's senses and feel this drifting soul surge forward as if eager to be heard. A feeling of fear and urgency ripples through you. Here across the distance, spanned by time and identity, you know only that you are out of time. Did you think to escape? Oh.
Did you think to escape me by climbing a mountain? I would have tracked you across the sea, thief.
Please, Master, have mercy. I kept the grimoire hidden safely away, and I can take you to it.
The book is nothing. If you had studied a little longer, you might have learned that. But no apprentice of mine will steal from me and live.
Wait, no! Worth a look.
This yellowed piece of parchment shows a rough drawing of a cluster of trees, but little else. They could be anywhere in the White March. Tree into stone. Oh, what the fuck?
Yes?
Leave it to me!
Bitte geh wieder zuvor!
Aye?
Bitte give me that stuff for free and I'll take it.
Leave it to me!
Yes? Ulu send!
Leave it to me! Leave it to me! Hooray at this!
Those trolls are fucked, man.
Aye? Worse than rough.
Bro, why are they going for me all the time? That's not fair.
Lava beyond seek. Damn it. We gotta take better care of that. Not getting through me. This thing isn't doing the job.
If you're holding anything in reserve, now's it. Vermed gongs for Lias.
Aww. They just went straight for me. Straight for me. Ignored everyone else. Fuck me. Okay. I see how it is.
You seem preoccupied with details, Olaf. Almost consumed by them, I'd say.
Once you've seen a colleague misuse Archimede's caprice. This heck. Yes? Learn.
Good shot at this. For the Republic!
Leave it to me! How may I help? Come on. Guts got it. Looks better. You're not, damn it.
Oh my god, holy shit, we did it.
Aye? Ah! Hey, man.
You can do better.
Leave it to me! Leave it to me!
I hate it. I didn't save.
You're not getting through me.
Why did I not save? Oh, I hate those, man. They're smart. They just ignore the tanks and they just rush into the backline. They're actually smart.
Aye?
He's gonna be mad. This is getting nowhere.
Be on the seat. Let's go. Leave it to me. Aye? Ah. Yeah.
Not much longer, to be honest. Kinda want to just clear the way here. Let's see, what do we have here? Wolf Cave. Oh, werewolf. Standing tall amongst the wolves inhabiting the cavern, this creature turns to face you as you venture forward. Scores of wounds and scars riddle its hide, and one dull eye stares out blindly from its skull. It growls a threat as you approach, one echoed by its fellows. At the creature's feet lie two villagers, one heavily wounded, and the other holds an arm across its stomach, and he looks up at you with pleading in his eyes.
Help! Please help us!
As the beast turns its head back towards the hunter, you sense a strange aura emanating from it. It is as its hide were holding in a tempest of soul essence, fierce and all-consuming as a flame. Can you understand me? The creature snaps and snarls, evidently uncomprehending. It edges towards the nearest hunter, even as it watches you balefully with its single eye. Reach out for the beast's soul. It takes a little effort before the beast's soul threatens to overwhelm you with its intensity. Wrath and hunger buffet you all on all sides, until you reach through the storm to find a smaller, dimmer pulse of light and are swept headlong into a memory. The chill bites into your cheeks and your lungs burn a little from the run. You look down at the little wooden carving in your hand and run your thumb along the edges of the carved bear's spine. The totem has already brought you luck. You have found two rabbits in as many snares. And that's rare enough feat these days. You're certain that now this was a gift from Galawain, that you were meant to find it on that lonely shrine and take it.
Soldier.
Your father's voice snaps you out of your reflection and you rush forward to rejoin him beside the campfire. You brandish the hairs and catch a glimpse of a rare smile under his greyish beard. But the smile disappears almost immediately as a shadow falls over you both. You feel the rush of wind a moment before the log comes crushing down and roll out of the way just in time. You hear your father cry out in pain somewhere nearby. Both the hairs and the totem slip from your grasp. You can feel power surging within you. Your heart thunders in your chest, but instinct pulls your senses into order, and you feel the familiar scratch of limbs, the sudden and dizzying shift in height. But something is wrong. Your senses are fading rather than growing stronger. There's a howling in your head, like a screaming chorus, and everything in you shrieks for you to bite, to tear, to eat. The memory slips from you, and when you come back to yourself, the beast is shaking its head as if to clear an inch, clawing at its ears. Soldrin? The creature snaps and snarls, evidently uncomprehending its... Okay, rush a torch as a distraction? You fling a torch at the beast, and it gives a sharp yelp as the torch bounces off its hide with a burst of embers. The beast leaps away from the hunters, stumbling in its pain and its panic, but the wolves surge forward, snarling. Oh shit, dude.
Leave it to me.
Well, they don't need help? Okay. I thought like I can help them a little bit more, but they are fine. Okay, I guess.
Slow and silent.
Ooh. Oh. Nice spear. All right. Welp. I have a feeling that's gonna be a long dungeon here. I don't know why, but I kind of have a feeling because it was guarded so heavily. Oh wait, we are going to be level 10. I think this is pretty good for to give it on like mages. What else? Is that good to take? I'm guessing. I think I will even use this. Just gonna. Reload speed is kind of nice, right? 20%. I keep it for next time. Now I would stop here though. Ugh. And the next time I'm gonna go in there. Alright, good to be back in Place of Eternity. It's good to be back.